What up, Plant Tribe, and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Nikki. Welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. It is so lovely to see you. For those of you who are new and haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. We talk about all kinds of plant-related content on this channel, and we do some crazy things. Occasionally I bring my fiance on here and we run silly challenges, and more at his expense, unfortunately, but he's always game for it. So today I'm gonna try something new. On a monthly basis, once a month I would like to do a video and associate that video with a hashtag called We1'sWeekend. So what I would like to do is have you guys use this hashtag We1'sWeekend, and I would like for you to share with me photos of some plants that you have in your collection that are just, you know, shooting out new growth or budding or something like that, indoor, outdoor, I don't care what it is. I think it's always exciting to see a plant that has some new growth, and I want you guys to share that with me as well. I always share all my stuff with you. Share with me. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my Instagram right here. So if you have a new plant or a old plant that is you know, shooting out some new growth, go ahead and go on Instagram, use the hashtag We1'sWeekend, and I'll put that hashtag here in case I'm saying it too fast, because that's very likely. Make sure to tag me. I will repost your photo, and you know, we can share accounts and it'll be fun. It's all kinds of fun. That's what we're all about here at Plants, Pots, and Whatnots. Okay, so today I have selected a few plants that I have some new growth forming on that I am super jazzed about. So I'm gonna show you those plants, and yeah, so buckle up, Buttercup. It's plant time. Okay, so the first plant that I want to show you is one that you have seen before. Although, to be honest, you've probably seen all of these plants before if you've been with me for a while. But this is a plant that I got a while ago. It was in one of my early YouTube videos. So I got this plant off an Etsy seller who was super sweet. She ended up not charging me for this plant because it didn't really look like the photo that I saw when I decided to purchase this plant. So, but she sent it to me anyway. She was super great about it. So all of these plants I'm going to show you a photo of when I first got them. So here is my little angel wing begonia. Here is a photo of what it looked like when I first got it. And here is the begonia now. I'm going to try to do this. I'm hoping that's focusing. It has grown leaps and bounds, and let me tell you, this thing was a struggle. So I've actually ended up putting it in my greenhouse, and since putting it in my greenhouse, it has just gone crazy. So it has all kinds of new growth. It just is starting to look like an actual plant instead of some dead stems in a pot. Which, if you go back and watch that video, it's called Etsy Unboxing Fail, I think. Go back and check. It's there. But yeah, it's doing great. I love how it's looking. It's still very dainty and still very new, but I am nurturing and nourishing this thing as much as I can, and I am super, super excited with how well it's doing. So that is my first We1'sWeekend plant. Okay, the next plant I want to show you is one that you've seen recently, but I feel like even since I showed you it like a week ago, it's grown. I don't know what I'm doing right, but I'm doing something right. Or maybe it's a fluke, I don't know, but I've done a lot of reading and research, so I like to think that I'm you know what I'm doing. Okay, so this guy may look familiar to you. Woo! This is my philodendron billeti. I will put a picture here of what it looked like when I first got it. It is really starting to spread out. As you can see, it's just like, I'm comfortable here, I'm here, biatches. Whoa. Okay, so if you can see this right here, hold on, I'll try to get you a better shot, hold on. Okay, do you see that? Now, even if you look at the video that I posted, I think it was even earlier this week, like maybe Sunday or Monday, this stem was not that big. It is enjoying life in my house and where I have it, and this guy has grown like crazy. I would hazard a guess in the last week and a half it's grown at least an inch, which I think is pretty cool. That's pretty exciting. So this is my wee ones for my philodendron billeti, and I am super excited about that. The next one that I have to show you is a plant that I got fairly recently, but I feel like this is a plant that grows quite slowly anyways. I had a leaf open up on this guy shortly after I got it. It was just still kind of like curled up when I got it, but it is completely opened now, and there is a new one on the way. So I am super excited to show you this. So this is my Aglaonema Pictum tricolor, and if you'll recall, I'll post a photo here of what it looked like when I got it. And so as you can see, this leaf was just starting to unfurl. As you can tell, it is completely unfurled now, and see if you can see that. That's kind of hard to see, isn't it? There it is. There is a little new leaf growing right in the middle there, right at the base of that new leaf. That's exciting. So also on this plant, I don't know if you can see it, there are little nodes that are starting to grow, little green buds. So right here, so you can see that, and all the way up the stem. And so these are going to, I'm hoping, all be leaves sometime shortly. So what I've done with this guy, they do appreciate high humidity, so I have him in an area that I can give him about 75 to 80% humidity. He is growing and obviously trying to shoot out some new growth, and the higher humidity that you can provide for them when they are doing that, the better. So yeah, I wanted to share him with you because he's doing really well, and he's already giving me a new leaf, and I literally have had this guy just over a week, and there was no sign of that new leaf at that time, so excited about that. Okay, my next plant is this guy. So when I got him, he did not have this leaf, and this one was just a speck at that point. So this is my philodendron Birkin. I love this plant. Let me give you a little close up there. Look at the veining and the striping on that, like, oh, okay. So this guy has been super easy, very low maintenance. This is another one of those plants that if you were trying to step into the more rare plant realm, that I would definitely recommend you get. I mean, I give him water when my moisture meter is at about a 2, 2.5, maybe 3. And he is flourishing. So he's got the 2 new leaves, and let me see if I can hold this up for you. If you can see, I don't know the best way to hold that up. Do you see that? There it is. Right there. And these guys are so cool because when they come out, they have this cool red outlining to the sheath, and it looks so neat. So this guy's actually grown pretty quickly. His little new leaf there started to sprout, I would say about a week and a half ago, and it was just a short little guy. If you check out my Instagram, I did post about it because I was excited. And so this is where he's at now, and yeah, he's super great. So philodendron Birkin, highly recommended, super easy, rare plant. Get you one. Okay, so my fourth plant is a little big. It didn't start out super big. I will post a photo here of what it looked like around at the time when I first got it. So this plant actually had 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves. I think 4 leaves, 3 or 4 leaves when I first bought it. Hold on a second. This guy is like Instagram famous. This is a beautiful plant. It photographs so well, and it just keeps throwing out these gorgeous leaves, and it's one of those plants that I just can't stop taking pictures of. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know what I'm saying. So this is my Alocasia Frydek. I'm gonna put him on my lap because he's just that big. So this is his newest leaf. It is stunning. That, like, it always makes me go, oh, when I see like that veining. It just honestly looks like it's glowing, and I just find it absolutely stunning. So if you look here, this is a new leaf growing in, and this guy popped out to where I could notice that a new leaf was coming about 4 or 5 days ago, and since then it's just keeps shooting up. So it's going to be a monster. So if you look and compare, let's do the Kaylee Ellen head test on this leaf. It's a big one. This one's gonna be bigger. So that is my Alocasia Frydek. This plant is great. It's so easy. I know a lot of people seem to have problems with Alocasia. This is one Alocasia that I haven't had an ounce of an issue with. It has been healthy. It has just continued to push out crazy amounts of new growth, and it's absolutely stunning. So if you have a chance to get your hands on an Alocasia Frydek, do it. So this next plant is very special to me. This plant was given to me by a couple of, I would like to consider them new friends of mine. We do talk frequently, bounce plant ideas off each other. I actually was talking to one the other day, and we came up with some cool new ideas that I am actually going to try out. I haven't seen it on YouTube before. So this may be something new. It may be a complete fail, but it's a theory, and we're going to test that theory. So keep an eye out for that. I'm not going to spill the beans on what that is just yet, but keep your eye out for that. So this was given to me as a gift by Bryce and Christian of House of Monstera, and these guys are just phenomenal. And I mean, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that these guys are amazing, and I gush about them all the time. I know you guys are probably sick of hearing it, being like, oh. Anyway, but so this was my 500 subscriber gift from Bryce and Christian of House of Monstera. When I got him, he had this leaf, which is gorgeous in itself. And this other leaf was just a little twirl, but it is now completely unfurled, and really don't want to drop it. So there is his second leaf. So, and it is just beautiful. Once the green starts to darken a little bit, I think there's a perfect amount of variegation on this leaf. So in order to keep these guys happy, they do require a little bit more light because of the white obviously not helping the plant photosynthesize, because white does not have the ability to create energy for the plant. So I have been keeping this under actually 2 different grow lights. So I have it under a pink and blue grow light as well as a natural daylight grow light, and it seems to be really liking that. This guy came out rather quickly. I try not to touch him too much because the white is extremely sensitive. So FYI, for those of you who have albo forsythianas, the white is extremely sensitive, so the less you touch that white part, the better it will be. It's less likely to get little marks on it and that kind of thing. So yeah, I have this guy under 2 grow lights. He is in the same location as my Aglaonema pictum tricolor, so he's got about 75 on average % humidity, and he really seems to be enjoying that. So the fact that this guy came out with this gorgeous new leaf is super exciting. I like him. So my last plant, if you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, check it out here. That's where I post most of my plant updates and photos of my plants, and you can just kind of get a good idea of kind of what's going on a day-to-day basis. So go ahead and visit me over there. I would love to have you. So if you're on my Instagram, you have seen this guy as of lately because he is crazy. So I will post again a photo right here of when I first got this guy and what he looked like. He had 3 leaves. Shortly after, sorry, hold on. This, oh boy, is my Imperium Forgetty. When I first got him, he had this leaf, this little guy here, and then he had another one. You can see the little stem where I kind of cut him off right. I don't want to drop it. Right here. Now that leaf, because it was probably his first original leaf, started to kind of not do so well, turn a little bit yellow. I don't want the plant pushing that much energy into a leaf that is not viable, so I went ahead and made the executive decision as a plant parent to cut him off so that the rest, oh look, he just came right out. So anyways, I made the executive decision as a plant parent to just cut that leaf off so that it could force the energy through to the rest of the plant. So this was the first leaf that emerged in my care, and it is huge. This thing, again, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this. This is a beast. Like, look at that. It's massive. So then it sent this guy out. So this, a lot of people refer them to as them as flower inflorescence. So what this is, it's basically the reproductive portion of the plant. So there is different times where this plant goes from kind of male to female. It's actually really interesting, and I've been doing a lot of reading on the reproduction of plants and how to pollinate plants and how they self-pollinate and how you manually pollinate them. And so I actually have some of that in the works too, and I'm super excited about that, because I do intend on trying to create some of my own plants through pollination, cross-pollination, which I'm really excited about. But anyways, we'll see where this goes. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere, but a lot of botany for a non-botanist is trial and error. So that's what I'm kind of doing at this point. But I've done a lot of reading. Hopefully that's enough. I don't know. But I've also been talking a lot with Bryce and Christian, actually, from House of Monstera, bouncing some ideas off them. And it seems for the most part that I'm on the right track. So we'll see. I will definitely keep you guys in the loop on how this process goes. So feel free to go ahead and follow me here. Go ahead and subscribe because that will be coming. Also on Instagram, I'll be posting like more day-to-day stuff. Again, as I said, right to the new stuff. So this inflorescence came out when a plant puts out a flower. It sends a lot of energy to produce that flower, to have that flower grow. So a lot of times you'll see the growth of the plant slow down a little bit. This plant seems to be the exception. This thing is insane. So it threw out this about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I would say, to the point where it fully opened. And then about a week and a half to 2 weeks ago, this guy just started as a little teeny tiny leaf down at the bottom. And now, this is so beautiful. There he is. I don't know if it's coming off on camera, but the super cool thing about the Imperium Forgetty and some other actual anthuriums as well is that when they're, I don't want to touch it because they're very velvety and they're very, very fragile at this point, is they come out iridescent. So depending on what angle that you're at looking at this leaf really dictates what color it is. So it has this gorgeous shimmer depending on what side you're standing on, and it is just stunning. So this is one of those plants that even Jordan really pays attention to. He's not like a super plant guy. I kind of am sucking him in, so he's really starting to kind of get into this whole plant thing, which is great. But you know, this is one that he will check up on as well, because it is really interesting, especially when you have a plant that looks this amazing and grows as quickly as it does. This leaf has formed in the last few days, and it is, we'll do a quick head test just so you can get an idea. Like, it's big already. So this one is huge. And while the plant is juvenile, which this one is, traditionally or typically each new leaf will be slightly larger than the last. So if this one is any indication, this one is already as tall, maybe a little taller. No, not quite. So this one is going to be a beast. And I'm so excited about that. So that is all of my new growth that I'm super jazzed about. I have a friend that's going to be mad because I say jazzed. She hates that. But I'm jazzed about it. You know who you are. And I'm sure you'll comment on it. Anyways, guys, so that is my Wee Ones weekend. I would love, love, love to see what you guys have growing right now, what plants that you're super excited about seeing new growth on. So again, go ahead, go to my Instagram right here, post a photo, hashtag Wee Ones weekend. Don't forget to tag me so that I can see it and repost it. I love everybody to be able to share that with you, with us. Yeah, so thank you so much for coming. Thank you for liking and commenting and subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed already, why the heck not? Go ahead and hit the button. That was super Canadian redneck. Y'all, is that a Canadian? That's not really a Canadian thing. Because you guys think a boot. We don't say that. Okay, we don't say a boot. We might say a. I say a lot, actually. I don't say a boot. Anyways, okay guys, have a great day, night, evening, weekend, week, month, year. I love you and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!